Hey guys, welcome to this TMO video where I will be revealing my second final FPL squad before the season starts. As we know, players may get injured and new signings will happen, but at the moment, I'm pretty happy with my squad and I hope nothing too drastic happens and changes my squad. I have 0.5 left in the bank, which means I have a little risky spot here in this center mid position. And if he doesn't work out, I can use that 0.5 to trade up to a player who I know will work. In my first goalkeeper position, we have Onana. Now, there's not much to say about him, except that he's a really solid pick. A lot of pros are picking him. And this Man United defense is good enough that it will get him clean sheets, but he won't be missing out on a lot of save points as well. He's come from a good campaign in Inter, so he's looking really good for this squad and FPL. Next, I have Areola. Areola is probably the most popular 4-point keeper at the moment because he looks like he will be getting some game time as well. And no other 4-point keeper is getting game time at the moment. So that's looking really good, and I'm budgeting on him so I can invest in my midfield position. Now, in my center back position, in my back positions, I'm not getting Trent Alexander-Arnold, as he's just not looking too good at the moment in preseason, and for 8 million, he may not be getting the attacking returns I need. And for a defender, I can save 2.5 million and get Ben Chilwell. Chilwell is looking really good, and it's looking like a left side dominance at the moment in this Chelsea squad. Also, people are saying, will Cucurella come in instead of Ben Chilwell? At the moment, Ben Chilwell looks like he's the main man, but that could happen later on. But if Chilwell stays healthy, he's looking really good for this FPL season. My next defender is possibly the most common and popular defender, and that is Estupiñán. Can't go wrong with him. He's solid, he's only 5 million, and he won't disappoint you. He had 128 points last season and got a lot of attacking returns, as you can see. And over 50% have owned him at the moment. So you could be missing out on a lot if you don't own him, and it could be hurting your team more than gaining by not having him, and he's only 5 million. He's a must get, I reckon. My next defender position, I have Gabriel. There's not much to say except he's looking like he is the best Arsenal defender at the moment. Ben White's not looking as good. There's a fight between Saliba and Gabriel, but Gabriel just looks like he's getting that just little bit more attacking returns, and 25% have owned him, and he's only 5 million. He's a solid defender, and I will be playing a 3-5-2 formation. So these are my 3 defenders with Onana as my starting keeper, obviously. My next defender, this one's a 4.5 million defender, and he's a bit risky, and that is Tyrone Mings. I just am not sure if he will be getting that starting spot for this Aston Villa squad. He looked pretty good in preseason, but he only played 1 or 2 of the games. I'm just not sure. He may be a rotation player at the moment for this Aston Villa squad. So at the moment, I'm not going not going to be putting him on my starting lineup. It will just be these 3. My next player is a budget player, so 4 million, and he's the best 4 million defender at the moment, and that is Bulldog. The reason he is the best is because he is starting for Sheffield. So he will be getting those starting points, those starting position, obviously for Sheffield, not for my squad. But this Sheffield defense is not good at all, which means I hope I don't ever have to use him, as he will be getting a lot of conceding points, and he won't be getting those clean sheets for this season. Hope I never have to use him, but I am budgeting, and he's just the best defender at the moment, as I am investing in my center mids at the moment. Right, I have, this one's a bit obvious. Over 44% own this player, and that is Saka. Saka's looking really good. Sorry, 55% own him. He had an amazing season last year with 202 points, and he is only young still. So he's going to have an even better season. He has those penalty responsibilities for this Arsenal squad. He's got that attacking drive where he just attacks and he shoots a lot. So he's getting a lot of goals, hopefully, this season. Also, with the addition of a lot of other centre mids who are playmakers, hopefully he will be getting a lot of balls that are perfect for him to get, and a lot of new opportunities. Also, he will be having a lot of opportunities to get assists as well. My next defender is really simple one, and that is just Marcus Rashford. Can't go wrong with Rashford. He came off an amazing season, and with this factor also, there's the 44% of players own him. So what are you missing out by not having him? That is what I would be asking myself if I did not have Rashford on my squad. I hope I can keep him. I hope he doesn't get injured or it does mess up my whole squad, because he has a 9 million centre mid. My next player is Bruno Fernandes. Now, Bruno Fernandes does have that captain position for this Man United squad, and he also has the responsibility of penalties. Also, he will be playing most of the game with the new additional rule where it can get up to like 10 to 11 extra minutes, which late penalties can be conceded, and he's just altogether, you can't go wrong with him. His price has gone down so much where it's almost a steal to get him. And the good thing is, I reckon it's a good thing, only 26% of players own him. For a player of this quality, that's actually really good, because it's good for your squad, as you won't be missing out if you don't have him, but the players who do have him will be gaining a lot. Also, he had a really bad season last year, but hopefully he can bounce back and be even better. This next midfielder I'm really excited about, but he may be only of this quality for the first few weeks, as Gabriel Jesus is out, and Martinelli is going to be the next goal-scoring option for this Arsenal squad. I've already got 3 Arsenal players, which is really good. I'll get those clean sheet points for that. Hopefully they can keep those clean sheet points. Martinelli is the next best finisher on this Arsenal squad, so hopefully he goes into that striker position for this Arsenal squad and takes Jesus' role, and hopefully he can get a lot of attacking returns. And also, he had an amazing season last year, and he's only getting better. He's progressed so much, and this is what he was getting when he wasn't in that striker position. Hopefully he can really return for me in the first few weeks. This next one is the midfielder who I thought was a bit risky, and if it doesn't work out, I can get another player. It's not Mbomo or players like that. It is Gibbs White. Now, I actually have not seen a pro get Gibbs White yet. He is only 3.2% owned by players. So with this new addition of Gibbs White to my squad, it means I can't get players like Matoma or Mbomo. But with that extra 0.5 in the bank, I can trade up if he doesn't do well. It's a bit risky, but if this pays off, it will be really good for my fantasy squad. Now, Nottingham Forest isn't the best defensively, but offensively, last season he had 12 assists and 5 goals, which is really good attacking returns for a 6 million player. I say it's a must get if you can fit it into your squad. And even if it does go wrong, it's not too bad because you can just trade it up. But if you have that 0.5 in the bank, I'm going to get this one out of the way, and that's Erling Haaland. Not much to say except he's a must-have, as it's nearly pushing the 90% ownership. Obviously, there's that 1 in 100 who tries to be different and not get him. But in this case, it would be a bit silly to not have him at the moment. This next player is Callum Wilson. Wilson, Wilson, I'm not sure if he will have between Wilson and Ollie Watkins, not sure. I can always change them if I need. Only 9% are owning him at the moment. He had a great season and he only played 22 matches when Ollie Watkins played 38 and didn't have as good season as him. So I'm excited to see what he can do for my fantasy squad. But my next player and my final player of my squad is a budget player, just so I can make all this work, and that is Mubama. Now, Mubama, he has a lot of potential, and he looks like he could be getting a starting spot in this squad at the moment. But in this West Ham squad. But for this first part of the season, I know he will not, so he'll be on my bench. This is what my squad will be looking like. Ben Chilwell will be on. Baldock will be off. Gibbs White will be on. And Mubama will be off. Haaland will be on. And who else is not meant to be here? Tyrone Mings will be off. Alright. Let's see. Alright. I have a 93% team rating and a 93 game week rating. It's alright. I have 5 million in the bank. As I said, it's a bit risky, my squad, but I'm happy with it. And hopefully the risk will make it worth it. I make Haaland my captain, vice captain, Saka. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. More team reveals will be coming soon. And also, every week I'll be doing a match week review and what I'm going to do for the next week. So stay tuned. Make sure to like, subscribe, and press that notification button for more content so you don't miss it. And I'm out.